Thank you for joining us on another episode of the Cherrypicker Podcast. I'm here with Serena Hutton of Publicis Media, global advertising agency here across the globe and in New York City. How are you doing today, Serena?
I'm doing great. How are you, CJ?
I'm doing well. Thanks for joining us today. I'm really excited to learn about what it's like to work at Publicis Media, some of your hiring initiatives. So I guess I wanted to start off, tell us a little about yourself, your role at Publicis, and what's going on over there.
Yeah, my name is Serena Hutton, and I'm a recruiting manager on the talent acquisition team. I sit within our Center of Excellence, so I support a wide range of our pillars and our agencies, especially for more corporate side internal hires. And I manage part of our TA team within that. And I've been with the company since January, and I'm really loving it here. Our team is really excited to focus on different areas of recruitment. We do all levels, and we just really enjoy supporting our business.
I love that. Yeah, well, you're a very well-known name in the industry. Obviously, I've been in the New York area recruiting for a long time, so you guys have been a staple in this area when it comes to advertising services. So I guess tell us a little bit about what's going on from like a diversity, inclusive hiring process at Publicis. Tell us about some of your initiatives. How do you attract talent, and I guess how do you create a very level playing field to remove hiring
Yeah,
bias?
it's funny that we're talking about this today because I was notified this morning that we've officially been named one of the best places to work for disability inclusion by Disability In, which is the world's most comprehensive benchmarking tool for Fortune 1000 companies. So that was really some exciting news to hear this morning.
Congrats.
Thank you. Additionally, from the TA side, it is our focus to always be presenting diverse candidate pipelines to our hiring teams. It really does start with us, the recruiters. Who are we putting in front of the team, whether it's referrals, internal transfers, or external applicants? We want to make sure that the entire pipeline is just a diverse amount of options of qualified candidates who we're presenting to our team members. So at the bottom line, whoever we do make an offer to is going to come from that diverse pipeline. And also, we recently launched a neurodiversity interview training. Our TA team developed through research and also our, subject matter expertise of talent acquisition and hiring best practices of how we could incorporate accommodating neurodiverse candidates and what we're doing to educate our team members on how we are changing and adapting the interview process for someone who may or may not be neurodiverse. And the great thing about that is it applies and is really helpful for anyone, whether they're neurodiverse or not. There's no questions involved regarding any of that. It's just we're providing a more streamlined process to make everyone's experience, particularly the candidates, really streamlined and enjoyable and just a positive opportunity, and making sure that they're not being impacted by things out of their control. So we're really excited to be incorporating that into our diverse interview training.
Congrats. That's really exciting. And that sounds like you're pioneering. I guess that strategy is great. Obviously it's very relevant to today's world. There's so many different types of candidates out there. They feel hiring bias. I know that that's a very big hot button right now. And obviously here on the Cherry Picker platform, obviously they're anonymous on our platform. So we want to promote a level playing field and encourage diversity hiring, and to not discourage anyone from applying in the job market or be afraid to apply because of whatever disability or situation that they're going through, any difficult time. So that's awesome. So tell us a little bit about, I guess, your recruitment strategy and what you typically look for in an ideal candidate. Obviously, every function is different, but tell us a little bit about what you look for.
Yeah, as far as the strategy, we take our initial cue from what the business needs. And from there, it's just looking for the most qualified candidates. There's obviously different tactics from a TA perspective on how we come across these candidates. I would say that the as long as it's aligning with the overall business goals, we're on the right track. From a strategic standpoint, it's making sure that we're providing a robust and diverse pipeline. We're in constant communication with our hiring teams, especially our hiring leads, and we are working with them, we really advocate for a true partnership with our hiring teams to make sure that they're getting what they need from us and that we're also getting what we need from them. Timely feedback, very clear, concise communication on what the needs are and the specifications of the role, making sure that we can keep them and ourselves on track for timeliness. So we're filling the roles efficiently, but not just about putting a butt in a seat. It's about finding the most qualified and the best candidates out there. So I think that strategy starts with the initial kickoff call and conversation of, hey, how are we doing this? We also work very closely with our finance and hiring or human resources team to make sure that we are in lockstep with them so that there's no last minute approvals needed or hey, this is out of bounds. We're in constant communication to make sure everything is aligned from the very beginning, and that partnership is something that's really important to us from the TA side, as well as I think our partners in finance and HR. So between working with the internal business of HR and finance closely, and then working with the external or our business leads, making sure that they are getting what they need from us, that's the main direction of our strategy, and it's constant.
Sounds very cohesive. It sounds like a very efficient recruitment strategy, which is great. I think by now you probably have it figured out. You probably can attract great talent that way. So I guess nowadays we're looking for a lot of candidates are looking for flexible work arrangements, work-life balance. Talk to us a little bit about how you support employee well-being.
Yeah, we have a hybrid schedule, which is really great. You can do 2 days from home and then 3 days in the office. We have Mondays that serve as an anchor day, which is nice because then you're not guessing, wait, who's in the office, which day this week? You just know, hey, everybody on my team is in the office on Monday. So it really builds camaraderie, that in person, face to face time, whether it's from your own team members or someone from a different department. It's really a way to build the stronger connections, to have it in person. And I think that really helps morale too, to just have those in person conversations. Additionally, we provide, a full robust benefits package. We have unlimited PTO and we have wellness stipend that we provide employees on an annual basis. So there's a lot of different aspects to that. We also do some internal things that are more sporadic, like I believe August is Wellness Awareness Month or something like that. And I'm
Mhm.
sorry, I don't have the specific name, but we are doing like an employee appreciation of sorts where they're bringing in, chairs you can sit in and professional masseuses to do like 15-minute,
Wow, I would like
neck or
that.
back massage, right? Right. You have to sign up in advance though, or else you're out of luck. But it's definitely nice to, and that's not the only aspect of it. That's just off the top of
Mhm.
my head from what
That's
I remember
great.
recently going out. But it's a lot of opportunities like that we present at random to provide our employees the space to do what they need to do in the way that they need to do it best. If you're not able to perform your best and you're not getting the space to do that at your company, the results
Mhm.
aren't going to be great. So we really pride ourselves in providing our employees the space to be themselves, be well in themselves, and take the time they need away from work so that they can be their best at work.
That's so important. Yeah, I mean, to get the most productivity out of people, that sounds like you guys are really in the forefront and understand what it means, for the employee experience. From a cultural standpoint, that's a huge, huge hot button for a lot of candidates looking right now. Obviously, if you offer that flexible work arrangement, it's definitely in line with what they're looking for, it seems, in this day and age. I mean, obviously, we were spoiled during the pandemic to work remote. I think that shifted, I guess, the needs of these candidates and job seekers. But to have all these other extracurricular activities and wellness programs, that sounds incredible. Obviously, you're a very large company, so I'm sure you could support a lot of these different things. But that's very attractive for anybody that's looking to who's never either. I'm sure if they've ever heard of Publicis Media, maybe they just not if they should know, but they haven't. That's a really great perk. So I guess talk to us also about employee benefits. You mentioned, development opportunities as well. So like mobility, growth trajectory within the company. I guess how do you promote the employees, growth trajectory and the opportunity to maybe move into another division, or do you provide them with programs that will help them refine their skills or discover new skills?
Yes, yes. We have a really robust learning and development program here. There is global mobility opportunities to transfer within the entire Publicis group, not just within Publicis Media or within a department or within a specific agency. So you do have the opportunity. One of the things that I love about being at Publicis so much is because they give those opportunities and you have access to our job posting through an internal intranet, if you will. And through that, we post all of our jobs that are also externally posted that you can apply to. You can follow referral programs if that's something that you're interested in. And then there's a lot of discretion. If somebody wants to raise their hand for something, but they're not ready to talk to their manager about it, there's still the opportunity to do that too. Additionally, there are some checks and balances that go with that. But additionally, we also, from the learning and development side, we offer internal courses that are given by our internal Publicis team members and sometimes external. We also provide a lot of different types of courses for all different levels. There are some that are for, junior level employees, senior level employees, new managers, experienced managers, any level. And they can be something as how to have difficult conversations with your direct reports, how to have difficult conversations with your manager, how to have, there's one on how to build your presentation skills. There's one on how being an effective manager and a leader as opposed to just being someone's boss, and what the difference is and what are skills you can provide for that to make your team most successful under you. I know one that I suggested to one of my direct reports was on how she can be better or learn how to better prioritize her day while being a manager, because when you have those additional duties on your plate,
Mhm.
it's different than being an individual contributor. So
Sure.
she was able to take that course, and there's a few others or a ton of courses that are offered on a monthly basis, and it's really a great experience to be a part of these courses. My team encourages us to take at least one class a quarter, but of course, if you want to do more, you're welcome to, and learn everything you can in the time that you have and you can. So it's definitely a great learning and development tool that we've been able to provide to our internal employees.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Professional development is a huge tool for retention. I think a lot of companies don't do it really well at all. I think I talk to a lot of different companies and they just do the bare minimum and they wonder why there's turnover. It sounds like, you do everything in your power to keep your employees happy and develop them further professionally so that they can grow within your organization, which tends to eliminate that turnover. So really excited to hear that. It's refreshing to hear that, honestly. So I guess I want to leave you with one more thing. So tell us, like, what's the one thing you wish more candidates knew about Publicis or the hiring process in general? So, obviously they're looking into your company on either our platform or externally. We would love to learn what is that one thing that you wish candidates would know more because they don't know what it's like in the inside.
Yeah, I would say the strive to retain employees here is extremely high. And I mean that from a overall experience standpoint. I think that there is a priority in making sure that you are provided with the environment to make you the most successful. And I think that that's where like the global mobility comes into play, internal transfers, succession planning, and team building, the learning and development, in addition to, compensation and benefits packages. Being the size that like you said, we are able to offer a lot of these other benefits. And I think a lot of candidates don't realize that we have that much to offer, and we also do have a relatively low turnover rate, being that we're in the advertising industry. So I think that knowing that, and that is because we focus so much on our employee retention and not just how do we keep people here, it's how do we make people want to stay. And I think that's really just to know that that's a company's priority is something that makes me, from a candidate perspective. I mean, I was looking at Publicis long before I started here. For years they were on my radar, and now having the opportunity to work here, I very much understand. It wasn't just a why do I want, like, oh, they sound like a really great company to work for. Now it's more, I understand why I wanted to work here, and all those things have just, expanded exponentially of why I
Exceeded
want
your
to stay. So,
expectations. Yeah, that's
yes,
amazing. Well,
exactly,
I really
exactly.
appreciate you coming on today and talking to us about Publicis. I mean, really exciting stuff. Yeah, it seems like you're on the forefront of employee retention, employee professional development, diversity, inclusive initiatives. This is great. So this is really good stuff for our listeners. And we look forward to hearing more from Publicis and obviously seeing them. You can find them on the Cherrypicker platform. They'll be reaching out to top talent on our platform. And if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out. And we thank you, Serena, for joining us today.
Thank you so much, CJ. It was a pleasure being here. I appreciate the invite.
Thank you. And for that, on to our next. That's it. Talk to you soon. Take care.
Bye.